Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning.
It's a nice warm morning. It's about 11 degrees out, and we spent the day the other day cleaning up from all the snow we got. What'd you think of the 𝑇YM tractor?
Good. I want to put a little bit more power, but I figured I better start off slow. I didn't want to break anything like you did.
What?
So I'm glad we didn't get 2 feet of snow.
Right.
But we got a lot.
Signs of springs.
Yep.
The birds are out and they're chirping.
I love that sound.
I think the boys are getting cabin fever. They're ready for spring. I want to thank Timberland Pro for sponsoring today's video. I've been wearing Timberland Pro's workwear all winter long, and I'll tell you what, it's been keeping me so warm. I haven't been let down with the quality and how warm it keeps me, and I just love it because especially with this vest, it's so mobile and I can just move around and it doesn't hinder anything I'm doing for work. That's one of the things I find with workwear. If you're wearing something that's too bulky or just restricting, you can't get all the movements in you need when you're working. I know we're not gymnastics, but a lot of the times we're moving, stretching, bending around, getting into weird spots. So if your clothes that you're wearing are restricting you, it doesn't make it any fun. I've really been liking these boondock boots I bought late fall this year. These are their 8-inch long composite toe insulated work boots. These things are so comfortable and so warm. This winter my feet have not gotten cold at all. Usually my feet get cold and then that just kind of ruins your work day. I've never had a pair of boots that keeps my feet this warm. These things are so comfortable. There's plenty of room to move around when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I don't feel restricted. It gives me the support I need, and they're very comfortable to wear all day long. They kind of feel like a pair of sneakers. I know it's weird to say, but it's true. If you guys are not in a cold climate, or if it's not the cold time of the year when you get in the boots, don't get the insulated ones because that's how well they work. They make the 8-inch boondock boots in so many different sizes, colors, shapes. They have composite toe, they have steel toe, they have insulated, uninsulated. I've been really impressed with the selection that they've had, and these things have not let me down. And I'm actually surprised with how well they have held up. My soles, I usually wear them out a lot in all my boots, and I go through boots and sneakers quite a bit because I'm always wearing out my soles. I don't know why, but it's one of the things that I'm always keeping an eye on. But these are nice and flat and smooth, and they're not bothering my feet. So I really appreciate Timberland Pro making some really good high quality workwear. If you guys want to check out any of the Timberland Pro products I've been wearing or any of the Timberland Pro products that they make, I'm going to have a link in the video description down below. Click the link and check out their collection. Thanks Timberland Pro for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get on with the build. So we finished sheetrocking the other day in the sitting room, the hallway area, which is like the outside wall, and the stairway isn't done. We're gonna leave that to the end. We're gonna move into the second bedroom right here and get this room all sheetrocked. We were gonna start with the ceiling, but we're gonna start with the slant part of the ceiling because we have small spaces to work around and we have all of our sheetrock in here, so we're trying to work around the sheetrock. In order to get all the way tight up against this wall with the sheetrock lift, we'd have to move all the sheetrock out to do that. So we're going to use up the sheetrock on the other walls first, and then we'll go to the ceiling. That'll save us some moving around. So we got to get some measurements and start getting some sheetrock cut, and then we can get it up on the wall. Down low. Let's go 137 and a half. Come up to like where that plywood and the right there. I just want to kind of get a measurement. 138. So 137 and a half. 1/4 of an inch of wiggle room on each end, which will be good. More of a challenge to get the sheets in here this big, but it's going to make it a lot more, it's going to make it a lot less work when it comes to taping and mudding. Doing it this way. Hey, there's our missing pencil. It must have fell down between the sheetrocks. So our sheetrock lift does not go low enough to just put the sheetrock up without having to catch anything. So we got to overhang it off the lift, and then the bottom edge can get held in place by these 2x. There.
Oh, jeez.
So 41 and let's say 1/4. So I just put these 2x4s on the top in the end areas, so that way we can put a bookshelf or a door, wherever we want to make an entranceway into the knee wall. I'm putting a header in. This area right here is where the bed's gonna be, so there's gonna be no access to get to the knee wall that way. So but on the end walls we can. But Gina's been giving me a hard time. I've been buying some specialty tools that you see on Instagram or Facebook that you have to have for ads. So I saw this outlet cutter that goes on our vibrating oscillating tool. Nope, Roto Zip works better. Now the question is if we can get close enough to the wall with the sheetrock we moved out. No. We still need to move that other sheetrock out of our way. So close. So close. All right, I can't do any more screwing over here because we got a bow. We got to cut out one of our light fixtures. Let's get this lift lowered and out of our way. And we're not going to need it anymore in this room. So that's all the big high stuff, except for that one sliver, and we'll do that by hand.
Great job.
We're almost done with this up here. One more room and then the hallway. And we'll be done with this lift up here.
How will you do that in the hallway?
I'll figure it out.
I'm just not gonna think about it right now.
Don't think about it.
Perfect.
Look at that. Boom. We'll mark that, then we'll go back with the roto zip and clean that up the rest of the way. And the same with this one.
Why'd you go off like that?
A little bit of mudding.
Yeah, but it looked like you did it on purpose.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Got away from me.
Oh. Looking good.
It's getting there.
Do you think it makes it look bigger or smaller?
I think bigger. That's all one color. You?
Right now, in between the two stages, it looks smaller, I think. But once it's all sheetrock, it should look bigger. As big as it's gonna get. We're gonna do light colors for paint, because that will help it, especially with the light in the window. And then probably not dark floors. But will tell.
So we'll go 88 and 7/8. All right, I like that fit. Now I can go ahead, pull it back out, and put some liquid nails on it. I am putting liquid nail on the wall with the pocket door just for extra strength. Hoping it's going to help sturdy that wall up. Not sure if it will or if it won't, but we'll find out once everything's all done. So funny because the dust sticks right to the edge. Alright, let me get some daylight back in here. And it looks like the snow finally came off the solar panels. When I came up, they were still covered. There you go. Let there be light.
You got a little out of control.
Your trim work will cover that later. So any place we have 2x that are next to each other that have a gap, I'm putting great stuff in it to seal it so we don't have a draft coming through. And what I found is great stuff at our Lowe's has a can of great stuff with this nozzle. And it's like $10. If you get the great stuff, it has the regular nozzle, it's $3. So I got one with a $10 nozzle because it's reusable. and then you get all the other cheap ones, and they work with them.
Looks really nice having the window trimmed out with sheetrock. It's coming along. Okay, Al said this is gonna be a weird one, so this is making me a little bit, I don't know. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow.
sheetrocking this the way we've been doing it, so we'll have the least amount of taping and mudding we need to do. And we put the other 4-foot wide piece up high, because in my opinion, it's going to be easier to mud this joint down low instead of having it a foot from the top, because then I have to be on a ladder or staging to get that. So it's going to be, since we have 9-foot high ceilings, it'll be easier to get that little crack low than it would be high. I'd rather spend a little bit extra more time and effort hanging sheetrock and making the mudding process quicker and easier.
So now we just have our room to do. And I was just reminded the hallway. Not looking forward to the hallway. But we'll get our room done, and that will be, I'm not going to think about that yet. Are you happy with everything so far?
I think it looks good. There's a few little spots that we get some bigger cracks in than I wish, but the mud will take care of that. It's not an issue. It just means a little bit more mud I'll have to put on. But no, other than that, everything looks good. It's going good. I'm glad we went with those full-length sheets. It's a little hard getting them into some spots, but it's worth it.
Are you excited about the hallway?
Yeah, it'll be nice once that's all sheetrocked and finished. Boy, does it feel good to have bedroom number 2 complete. Now we only have our bedroom and then the hallway area to finish up with sheetrock. And then we'll be done sheetrocking and we can start mudding. One of those things. It's just time consuming and messy. That's the biggest thing I don't like about mudding. It's just the mess that it makes and all the dust. So if you guys have any tips or tricks to help that pot along, let me know. I am all ears. I want to thank Timberland Pro for sponsoring today's video. If it wasn't for viewers like you and sponsors like Timberland Pro, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here at Lumnah Acres. So if you guys want to check out Timberland Pro, I'm going to have a link in the video description down below. Check out all their workwear. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.